Hello and welcome to another macro screencast. Today we've got three new macros, two of which are totally new and one is more a rebirth of an old idea. I'd class all three of them as solutions looking for a problem. So if you have a look at them and see what they do, then you might possibly see that one or two of them could be applied to something you need to do in your work. So the first two, which are genuinely new, relate to a request from an editor who wanted to list all of the information about the figures in a file. It turned out that each of the lines of information about the figures started with exactly the same word. So it was a very simple macro to write. However, I've broadened it slightly in terms of the way you select the word to be searched for. So let's have a look at them. So we've got these three here. Right, so the first one here, list of paras. What we're doing there is, if we run the macro list of paras run, it's picked up the word where the cursor was and it's offering me that as the word to be searched for if I want to, but I could obviously type in a different word or maybe even paste in some text. So I say OK, and it looks down through the file and finds all the occurrences of that word and gives me the paragraph of text. And as I had to stall there to keep talking, you see it took quite a while to pick them all up, but as you can see it's 979 words, so it's a fair bit of work to do in copying all that text from the file into this new file. If that's a bit slow and you want to speed it up, we can use the other one, which is list of text paras. So if I run that macro, which is there, list of text paras run, so it's offered me that word there, but if I can type in sub instead and run that, and as you can see it finds it a lot more quickly. So that's the first two. So for the third one, let's do a bit of rearranging. Let's spread the window out and go down a bit to find some text. So this one, list of found, we are looking for a word or a bit of text, and we want to see where that occurs in the document. So if I use the word actual there and run the macro, I'll run it from a keystroke because I'm going to use it a number of times, so I will click to run the macro. So it's offering me actual, and like the first two macros I can type in something different if I want to. I say yes. It's now asking allow any case, so that's talking about the case sensitivity or insensitivity. If I say any case yes, then that is case insensitive. So it's now saying text anywhere in the paragraph. So this is the thing about having that word at the beginning of the paragraph or not. So it's saying anywhere in the paragraph. I say yes, I'm not worried. So I say yes. It finds all the occurrences. So if I just make a bit more space and put this one down here and wind it up in size a bit, so you can see that it's found 48 occurrences of the word actual, or at least it's there as part of the word actually. So if I click on any one of those and run the macro again, it jumps me back into the text where that word actually occurs. So this one here where it says about vice versa, I can go back to that one and there's the vice versa. And if I do, let's say, that one, then you can see what you've got there is you've got these two vertical bar characters, and those relate to the carriage returns that you've got in the text there. So go back up to the top, get rid of the markers there. So if I try another one, if I try that word there and run the macro, first of all when I run it, it's picked up the word there. I say OK, allow any case. This time I say no, not just any case. I do actually want action with a capital A anywhere in the paragraph, don't mind. So that's found 4 of those words, action, and I've chosen that one because this line here, as you can see, comes out in italic. And the reason for that is, if I try to run the macro and get back to that one, it goes to the end of the text and can't find it. And that's because this word action is actually in a table which is more difficult to find your way back to. So if I select some of that text and run the macro, then it will just search for the selected text, and there it is in the table, and there's the word action. So you may think that all those prompt boxes are a bit of a nuisance, but if you're just wanting to check for something quickly, you can say useful there, so run the macro, return, return, return. So it just selects the default on each of them, and there's my 59 occurrences of useful, and I can jump back to where that occurs. So that's it. I hope they're useful. Bye for now.